You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one.
Brand new week means brand new action, and we are getting closer to our last man standing. Yeah, welcome to another live broadcast of some more FC24 action. As usual, my name is Slimon. I'll be taking you to today's games, and I mean, today's games, the lineup looks really, really great, but we can have a lineup, but there's championship on the line as well. So usually when we have the games without championship being at stake, we see great games. But now we've got to see great games with huge integrity, and that's what we're asking of the players here today. If you've not been familiar with what has been going down within the Ghanaian esports scene, particularly the EA Sports SCC, there's been this huge tournament going on, which of course we've been broadcasting to you, the After Six Esports Ultimate Hub Elite Tournament powered by Ultimate Battle. It's been going on for roughly about 3 weeks now, and we've had the best of the 32 players go at it. Now we are down to the last 5 or 6 players remaining. The players remaining just it gives us a picture of how good the season has been for some of these players. Some of them started slow in the season. This tournament has been a bounce back tournament for them, and now they can get a chance to prove to us why they are some of the best around. And for the last 6, well, certainly there are some big names coming up in there. For today, we'll be beginning our showdown with a loser bracket matchup. It's a loser bracket semi-final, I believe, that will feature Play Provinces Dels, and Dels comes into the equation with a lot of momentum, confidence. The two guys he just beats back to back, I think arguably, possibly when we're ranking the top 3 greatest of all time, not just in 24, greatest of all time when it comes to esports FC or FIFA esports in the whole of the country, you might have that maybe number 2, number 3, or maybe possibly number 1, Wonder Kid and Guy Kobe. Dels has managed to pull off such a feat, and I don't think that's ever happened in our esports yet. So if that has happened before, if someone has actually done that, you can let me know in the chat. But Dels has done something incredible. And the big question is, can he carry on with such momentum going into different games? Today we'll be coming up against After Six's very own Kboi, and he's the last man standing for After Six. All of the After Six hopes rest on this man's shoulders, and he comes in hot actually, with having played very, very well, beating Prince Jonas and the likes. So getting here, you know that he's certainly not going to be a walkover for Pretty Boy Dels, and I'm expecting a very, very tough encounter, because reminder, it's do or die situation at that loser bracket. So we are getting ready. The players are certainly getting ready. I'm getting ready. We're getting into the lobby, so we'll certainly be seeing the action pretty soon. I'll be letting you guys know how that bracket is shaping up. But if you've been following closely, you know Dels and Kboi are down that loser bracket. Wisemas is currently waiting for them. The winner of Dels versus Kboi will eventually play the Roots Esports man Wisemas. So that's how everything has been shaped out. And at the winners bracket side of things, we've got only two players who have been unbeaten in the tournament so far, not a single loss to their name. It is the impressive Montana, and what a run he's had. Look, people already had him as the best 24 player. If he counts it off with another tournament win, yeah, that's cemented. The conversation will stop right there. But he'll come up against Mbappe later on. Look, I know Mbappe is a big player, but the levels that he's got into within this tournament might come as a little shock to some of you guys who haven't really been privy to seeing Mbappe play this year. But my, oh my, the Convict man has certainly put up a really, really good show, and he'll be coming up against his teammate. That should be fun. That will certainly come up later in the stream. So there on your screen, you see Pretty Boy Dels warming up and getting ready to get into the matchup. We're waiting for the After Six man to get in, and then we start the showdown. Remember that this one is brought to you by After Six Esports Ultimate Battle Ultimate Hub. We've got the Esports Association of Ghana making this one possible as well. The VGA Esports are media partners for this particular tournament. Ultimate Hub, the one responsible for directing and tournament organizing. Everything has been splendid so far, and we are looking to end in the same way possible. Comeback Records have also pulled their weight. I mean, look at what their players are even doing. They are literally booking their spots in the grand finals already, because we know that Kanvik will be in the final. It's going to be either Mbappe or Montana in the final. So Kanvik Records, look, I keep raving about them every single time I have the chance to, and they clearly deserve it. What a year it has been for them. They've been everywhere when it comes to eSports FC 24, and I just hope that the fire keeps burning in 25, but they want to finish 24 with a bang, and we'll find out if they can actually do it. We are getting ready, certainly, for all of the action to begin After Six Esports Ultimate Hub Elite Tournament. You know what? First of all, before we even get to the matches, for all of the games that you've witnessed, you can let me know in the chat, what was your favorite game? Whether I was through the main production, whether I was just streamed without the main production. Let me know which game you really enjoyed watching. Currently, my stance is on Montana versus Wonder Kid, because it was one of the few ones on the live broadcast that did have to go to penalties to separate. So there was certainly a tough one. Montana coming in with all of the heat. Wonder Kid proving everybody wrong and just telling everybody that hey, he can still play the game at such a very high level. Took him to penalties, and well, indeed, Montana stayed in that winners bracket. Wonder Kid, unfortunately for him, had to drop to the loser bracket, and now he has been eliminated from that tournament. But that was my favorite game. Let me know what your favorite fixture was, because I know there were some big ones in there you could think of. Well, I think at the start, Choice versus Choice versus Parker wasn't a bad one as well. The rematch of Dells versus Guy Kobe wasn't bad too at all. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, and of course, we'll have all of the conversations about it. You know what? Today, the predictions will come. And if you get the predictions right, you know the drill already. For this tournament, we've upped it to a T. For Ultimate Battle, usually when we have our predictions, it's 20 Ghana series. But this being the final time that you actually see Ultimate Battle in action for FC24, we have upped it to a T for 50 Ghana series. And we are quite disappointed that some of our our guys who've been predicting have just not had that luck yet. Hopefully, today is a good day for them. We'll be starting the stream with Dels versus Kboi. I mean, for Dels, he certainly laid down the marker. Maybe a little bit of disrespect on his name because he hasn't performed at the levels that some of, well, in quotes, some people expect him to perform. But I mean, this tournament is really done justice and he's really played very, very well. But usually it's not about how far you go in the tournament. It's actually about lifting the trophy, and that's what esports is all about. If you are the one that has got your name on the trophy, you are certainly remembered very, very highly. It seems like Kboi has finally joined the lobby. Hopefully, we will be able to catch his face camera as well and then see him in action pretty shortly. Kindly hit that like button. Thanks, Emmanuel Bonzi. You're a staying supporter of everything eSports FC in Ghana. I will say a big shout out to you as well. So kindly hit that like button, guys. Really helps with YouTube's algorithm as we are gearing up to go. There is Kboi finally. There after 6 months will join us for all of the action. Remember that it is going to be in a home and away format. If you just joined us for the very first time, it is going to be in a home and away format. We'll play home, we'll play away, and the winner gets to stay in the tournament. Still in the loser bracket though, but remember that the loser has to exit the tournament, and that's the big catch here. So yeah, it seems like the guys are ready to go, and so are we. I'll open the prediction lines now. Tell me who wins game one. Is it going to be Dels or Kboi? If it's going to be Dels by 3-1, tell me Dels 3, Kboi 1. If Kboi is actually going to beat Dels, tell me Kboi 2, Del 0. If that is going to be the score line, that's if you think. Well, seems like everybody is set and ready to go. What a year has already been for this esports in Ghana. I think it has possibly the largest community when you're comparing it to the likes of other communities like the MK, the Street Fighter. Maybe the mobile gaming community is the one that can really compete with the esports FC community in Ghana because of the numbers. The mobile gamers, they are really, really a lot. Like speaking of Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, but when it comes to esports FC, because Ghana is so football oriented, you kind of feel like it galvanizes everybody, and that's why everybody really enjoys watching these tournaments. That seems like the predictions have already started coming in. Cobb says Dels will win 1-0. Cobb say 1-0 to Deals. Hey, Charlie. Oh, he's corrected himself now. He said his teammate is going to win by a goal to nil. King K is backing Dels to win 4-2. Junior GH says Dels will win 5-2. Wow. Pretty confident in what everybody seems pretty confident in what the Play Province man can do. And you can't blame them at all after seeing how good he was against Guy Kobe and Wonder Kid. Like, it's no surprise that a lot of people are backing him to really do damage in this game. So certainly it should be a very, very fun one to watch. But sometimes when you are the favorite, that means added pressure for you. And comes added pressure, comes a lot of responsibility, comes a lot of stuff that will bring excitement. And then certainly it will be a great one to watch. Seems like they've got into a little bit of network problems right there. We'll see if everything get sorted, and then certainly we are good to go. Hopefully, second time's the charm with them beginning the games. They also come in very, very hot. Like I said earlier, I mean, his journey through the tournament has been one to really, really keep a close eye on. I think he's played very, very well, beating Kboi and won that kid back to back. It's certainly not an easy one. He did have to go through a really, really torrid time with Geico because he actually faced them twice and was able to come out successfully. That is certainly a very, very huge feat. For Kboi, I think you come into this one with a lot of confidence as well because he's probably one of those underdogs coming in. And when you have an underdog like that perform extremely well, when he's got all of the momentum on his side, you know he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Kboi already previously beat Amu. He's beating Jonas. I think he's beating Cobbs as well. So the the names that comes into the picture and the kind of guys that he's beating certainly gives you an idea of how good this guy is. We are good to go now. Let's get it started. After 6 Esports Ultimate Hub Elite Tournament, week 3, powered by Ultimate Battle, is live. We catch a glimpse of how the teams are looking. That is Kboi's team, and it is not looking easy at all. Looks like a difficult team to break down, and we know this one is going to be one for the ages. Dels versus Kboi, bring it on. Dels will be in the all white kit, and he'll be kicking from left to right in this game, where we'll have Kboi in seeing a pink and the brown kit. It's not a popular kit. A lot of people now rocking with this one from right to left in this game, but certainly one that you should expect a lot of goals because with how both of these players have played, I monitored the number of goals with which they had scored, and you could tell that that was a lot. Like a lot of the attacking scenarios are really, really paying up for them. It looks like Kboi will possibly be the man to draw first blood here. The goalkeeper said not too early. He's parried that one away. Well, well, well. If this is how the game is going to start, then we'll certainly be welcoming a lot more of this. Kboi already has fire in his eyes, looks lit up already with Zidane. He'll find Haaland up front. I mean, the kind of squad that he's got up front, really, really bulky guys. I'm expecting him to try as much as possible to get a lot of crosses in to unsettle that defense that time. Dels coming out successful with the defending. Kboi still putting up the pressure pretty early there after 6 esports player. Just letting us know how good he can be on his day. Reminder that it hasn't been easy for him at all. He actually dropped to the loser bracket earlier. No, Dels actually dropped to the loser bracket earlier before Kboi did. So Kboi was in that winners bracket, cruising and cruising till he lost out to Montana, and now you have to drop to the loser bracket and face Dels. R9, Dels' first glimpse at that defense of Kboi. Was he caught up his sleeve? Well, maybe a jittery start from the play province man as you lose out on possession like that. Rawful for Kboi. Kboi's partnership at the back is not an easy one at all. I mean, when you see the likes of Renard and Lucio at the back, if I'm to be correct, as I know I certainly saw Lucio up front. His squad up front isn't a bad one, too. You get it into Mbappe. But Petr Cech has been the hero of the day so far for those. Very, very good early start from Kboi. Remember, the prediction lines have been close. We've hit that 15 in-game minute. And now, if you get predictions, and I'm sorry, it won't count. Rude Hullet from distance. Oh, that's a belter. And that's it. Perfect to start your game today. Kboi registering with his first shot on goal. And he opened up the scoring beautifully. The finesse shot into the top corner, top draws, like some people would like to call it. That's the way to go about it. He started in the perfect way possible, and it's well deserved. Dels has been slow on the start. Kboi has put in a lot of pressure. And look at him come again. Really wants to kill this game off pretty early. The reverse elastical from killing Mbappe. Dels just can't seem to sort things at the back. Keeps giving it away, and after 6 man, just looking like a tiger who's pouncing at every opportunity he gets. Rude hold it from the corner. Corner kick, certainly. Want to watch in this game? Oh, that was interesting. That was pretty interesting. Dels coming under loads and loads of pressure. Look, for Pretty Boy, the games that we've seen on the main broadcast, I think he usually starts well, but this one is kind of a shock start from him. Well, I almost thought Kboi registered the second one in, but the linesman blowing his whistle for offside, but that is certainly the warning shots. Dels hasn't been able to keep hold of the ball. The after 6 man has dominated on all fronts. I like what I'm seeing from him. The diagonals are there, the switch of plays are there, the directness are there, the skill moves are there. I mean, this start looks incredible from him already. And if Dels can settle the nerves and just growing to the game, then that could certainly do him a whole lot of good. Davies, you give it away again as Kboi will come up with it. Haaland. Mbappe has got 2 up front. There's the 10 right there. The After 6 Ultimate Hub Elite Tournament has shown us that sometimes even the best of players can struggle under pressure. We've seen it so many times this year, and you kind of feel like this tournament has highlighted it very much. And that's why I usually preach that we have to be streaming a lot of our tournament here in Ghana, even if it's just the LAN event, even if it's just kickoff. I think the streaming adds a lot of pressure on the players, and it just prepares them for the big stage. Because usually when you're playing outside or internationally, you have to stream the games. Everybody wants to watch. And if you're able to cope with the pressure now, you are certainly leaving yourself in a very good position to do well later in the years when maybe you get those international opportunities. So I think it's a brilliant idea from both Ultimate Battle and After 6 for this massive collab. It's been a wonderful tournament so far, and we are certainly enjoying the rest of it while we can. Bellingham. Del so far, possession-wise, hasn't been good at all. And to be honest with you, if it goes 2 goals down here, it won't be shocking at all. Kboi again. He's coming closer and closer to getting that second. Comes off the post that time around. Well, the defense seriously at 6th and 7th for Pretty Boy Dels at this point just struggling to get some space to breathe and then you run it out of play. Wow. Look, if we had run a poll to determine who you guys think will actually win this series, I know a lot of people go for Dels, and the predictions have already told us that a lot of you guys are thinking that Dels will win this series. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy one at all with Kboi's shape and the structure he's got at the back and the way he's aggressive on offense. Yeah. Maybe this is not just Dels' day, but we still got a lot of SC action here to be played. Remember that this one is going to be played in a home and away format. If this is your first time here watching this tournament, Zidane on the wing for Kboi will set a looping through ball, but the defense will get there first. The first half has blown by quickly, which has seriously been in favor of Kboi. Oh, can Dels rewrite the story here in the first half? No, he won't. It's still a very poor first half in his standards. Like, and look, kudos and a huge credit to Kboi, the way he's played, the way he's made sure that everything has been on point for him. I really salute what he's done. I feel like that after 60 sports man, if he can keep putting on pressure, if he can be first to the loose balls, if he can get those diagonals. So look, he hasn't even utilized the aerial plus play style. If he can get it to Haaland, knock it down a couple of times, Del might be in trouble. And to be honest with you, I feel like Kboi might be kicking himself because in that first half, he had opportunities to go like 2 goals up, 3 goals up, and that should have certainly put Dels in a a seriously difficult situation. But as of now, we know one goal in SC24. It's no one that you can brag about. It's a lead, but usually it can get snapped quickly. So we'll see how that second half turns out. The predictions were interesting. A lot of guys went for Dels to win. And now, if that prediction is going to come to pass, then Dels will have to make a major comeback because I know RF Future backed Dels to win this one 4-1. Price Share also backed Dels to win 3-2. Zen says Dels is picking up the win 5-3. Man, Bonzi. Finally, someone backing Kboi, and maybe it's that first half that has certainly done the magic. The man Bonzi says Kboi wins this one 3-2. Daka is backing Dels to pick up their win 4-2. Well, second half begins, and for Kboi, if you're in his camp, I'm sure the only message that will be coming to him is keep doing what you're doing. I mean, he was the best player in that first half and deserved that one goal lead. Some might even say he deserved possibly 2 goals or more. For Dels, he seriously needs a wake-up call. And in the second half, if he played like he did in that first half, well, this first leg is not going to end well for him at all. That's not a perfect start for him. Giving the ball away, fortunately for him, he'll bounce back to him. We'll see the player lot coming to use now for Dels. Bellingham. Into De Bruyne for Bellingham again. Pretty boy Dels with the chance. That's his first meaningful creation up front, and that's something to build on. That is certainly something to build on with that first attack. But Kboi really did well with that defense. Hold it for Haaland this time around. Bellingham. Look, the most used player, like in this tournament, I'd have to go between Jude Bellingham and possibly Ginola will land onto it. That was a well-worked move from Dels, and he'll now announce himself into this game. The first 10 minutes in the second half hasn't been the best from Kboi, hasn't been able to hold on to the ball. And immediately pouncing up with that opportunity, it's David Ginola, Footy's item, stretching to get that equalizer for Dels. Look, that looping two ball was just brilliant. At first, I thought the attacker wasn't going to get there, but hey, Ginola getting into space. There comes Kboi again. It didn't take him too much time to respond. And this is what we came here to see. Both players throwing jabs at each other. The after 6-man regaining his lead in perfect fashion. Look, it kind of caught me off guard with how that goal actually came. I saw he got space with Zidane, drove into the space and launched a power shot outside. Well, far post and was able to bury that one. But look, I think that scene that goes like you're most vulnerable when you score. It's a really, really true thing. And FC24 has certainly highlighted that. It's put that into capital letters because usually the kickoff glitch, not usually the normal way that we know of the kickoff glitch that you just loop the ball over the top, but that loss of concentration where one can just pass through your defense pretty early after you score the goal, it's a real thing. And we've seen Dels concede a howl of a goal from that one. From Kboi's perspective, it's certainly a great one for him. Rude Hullet into frame pong again. Now the second half, we are seeing Kboi play like he did in the first. Yeah, he comes up on the attack again with Haaland again. Ooh. Well, okay. Look, he's now getting things together, and it's really nice on the eye to see that time. He worked it pretty well up front. Erling Haaland just hitting the post that time around. So close to coming and getting that cushion. Dels has certainly got his feathers ruffled now. He go up front with Davies, has options at the back post, try to find R9, but the defense did its job that time around. You're welcome to this tournament. If this is your very first time here, this is the After 6 Ultimate Hub Elite Tournament powered by Ultimate Battle. Our proud partners being the Esports Association of Ghana, the VGA Esports Show, Ultimate Hub, and Convict Records Esports, guys. And they've done tremendous work so far across. Oh, come in, Haaland back post. Wan-Bissaka deals with the heel. Look, I think Wan-Bissaka was one of those cards that was added recently into the games. And for a very long time now, people have been looking for fullbacks that have height, that can deal with your Erling Haaland, your Valverde, your Peter Crouch. And I think Wan-Bissaka has got decent height on him to be able to deal with that kind of height. And we've already seen him do some damage there for Dels. Kboi on the attack again. He'll get an effort from Ronaldo, but well, block cross will come in. And look, Peter Cech in this game has done so much work for Dels. If it wasn't for his goalkeeper in the post, I'm sure he'd be down like, what, 4-1 now. Rude will it down to the last 10 minutes of what certainly has been a game to remember for Kboi. Can he hold on to the lead going on into these last 10 minutes? Haaland will try to play quickly. Dels, sometimes when he gets into that groove where he's feeling it, he's passing really quickly. He kind of tends to overdo it a couple of times, and I think that was that instance right there for him. But persistence has certainly paid off for him. He's able to win it back. The reverse Elastico did create some interesting space for him. And he almost got a goal out of that. Kudos to the goalkeeper. Finally now, Kboi's goalkeeper comes into the fray and makes a huge save with the last 7 minutes to go. Seven minutes and extra time now to be played to determine who have the upper hand after the first leg has been played. Neymar on the break for Kboi. I'm sure he'd love to get a cushion within these last 5 minutes, but to be honest with you, my advice would be hold on to it and keep that lead. Like, keep that 2-1 lead and take it into the second leg and take that momentum into the second leg, because you've played extremely well. But this game is certainly dangerous. You can't give away too many chances in the last minute. It seems like you could be punished there. Ronaldinho's effort well blocked by the defense. Kboi will come away with it on the break. It's 3-on-3 situation and not perfectly executed, as Dels will be able to win it back. With Thuram up front, the substitute looking to make some differences in this team on 9. Just try to force it with a step over as Kboi will break. We have a final chance for this first leg will end. Theo Hernandez has to be perfect now if he wants to get a goal in again. Johan Cruyff with some space. It's Erling Haaland. Big goal in the tie. And Kboi will end the first leg up ahead by 2 goals, finishing the game by 3-1. What a turn. And look, I certainly advised him to keep hold of that 2-1 lead, but when the counter did break, he really did that superbly, creating the space from the right-hand side down to the middle and making sure that he got that goal to go down. Kudos to Kboi. He's now in pole position to sail through the next round and possibly face White Spurs. Remember, we've still got the whole of the 98 game minutes in the second leg to come. We've already seen comebacks. Will we see another one on our hands? Or will we see the last man standing for After 6 do more damage? Right here on the After 6 Esports YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere, guys. Second leg coming your way.
Chance to rethink this.
Possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
Welcome back. We are all set and ready to go for game 2. Dels has his tournament on the line right here. Remember that if he does lose this one, he goes home, exits the tournament after such a splendid tournament. We'll have to say goodbye to him. He's on the ropes right now, down by 3 goals to 1 after that first leg. And for Kboi, it will still be a seriously fairy tale run for him if he's able to continue like this. All the best to both players. Let's get started. Game 2 on your screens currently now. The predictions have been open. Game 1, I think the closest was Emmanuel Bonzi, who actually said Kboi was going to win, but he expected it to be a much more closer one. But Kboi had different ideas, winning 3-1. Emmanuel Bonzi said it was going to end in 3-2. So close call for Emmanuel Bonzi, but try again. Before the 15th in-game minute mark passes, your predictions will be rendered valid. So get them in, guys. Let's get started. Dels will now switch over the kits he's in. Is that a blue? Yeah, the deep blue kits I'm seeing, and you have to start this one with the most aggressiveness we've seen from him. If he can get a goal early in this game, it will certainly set the tone for what could be a miraculous comeback if this one goes his way. Zidane for Orofo. And for Kboi, look, what he's done on the defensive end, I feel like has gone under the radar a bit. And I'm at fault because I was really enjoying what I saw with the attacking action. At a point, you kind of feel like everything that was through at him, he was stifling it. Like the over the top 2 balls, we saw the skill moves at the point, we saw reverse elastical step overs. He knew where to be at the right time, and that's why I enjoy when we usually stream these games. You kind of feel like Kboi has watched Del so many times because most of his games are on the main broadcast, and of course he streams some on the After 6 Esports YouTube channel, but he knows what he's seen. Well, that's the way to shut me up. Del's getting one back pretty early. And has that just set him on his way to a great comeback. The play province man right back into it now. Aggregate scoreline at 3-2. Great start to the game already. There's just 2 minutes to go before the prediction closes. So I'm sure some people's predictions he cast already because at this point Dels already leading by a goal to nil. RF Future says Dels is going to win 4-1. Or Dels has started in the right way. Daka says Kboi win 2-1. So Daka's got Kboi advancing to the next round facing Wise Mass. Zen says Dels will win 3-1. Prime says Kboi 2, Dels 2. If that does end in that scoreline, Dels will exit the tournament, seeing that the play province man doesn't want to end right now. Ooh. Nice comeback getting into Haaland. But the defense staying compact. Remember that prediction has ended now, guys. Prediction comes to a close right now as that 15th game minute marker certainly hits Frimpong for Kboi. First time we are seeing him get high up the field and into Dels's defense. You have some space now with Haaland. Can he make good use of it? Very unlucky with that one. He did everything perfectly, but for the finish, almost had it right. Comes off the post. And it's that just the RC24 gods working in Dels's favor, because if Kboi had gotten that 2-goal cushion back, it would have certainly put enormous pressure on the play province man. Wow. Frimpong for Kboi, and now again. Now that look, when you're playing someone in FC24 and like for the first 20 minutes, your opponent has dominated, and like with one spell, you've been able to break through, you've possibly hit the post, so you've got a clear-cut chance. Even if you were able to score, it gives you that confidence, it gives you that boost, and I know a lot of players feel like that. It gives you that confidence that, yeah, if I keep on attacking, I'll be able to open them up, and I kind of feel like that's the groove that Kboi is in right now, and that's certainly something that you'd look to build upon. Yeah, he comes up again with the Portuguese Cristiano Ronaldo on the ball. Borrow to find some space, and we'll get to that into action. Lose you. Recycle and switch up one long one into row 4 up front. Kboi searching for that lead again. Better check coming to the rescue. Look, he made a lot of saves in game 1 if you didn't witness. And he might just have to be at his A game in game 2 as well if Dels has any chance of booking a spot in the next round. Genola on the break for the play province man. He'll cool things down and start over. Zenas is also back in Dels to win 2-1. Breezy says Dels will win 3-1. Weissmas expects Dels Kboi to win 3-2. Interesting. And the interesting thing is that Weissmas is actually their next opponent. So Weissmas, what are you trying to tell us? Are you trying to tell us that you prefer facing Kboi over Dels? Or you just, from what you saw in game 1, you expect Kboi to carry on? Just let me know what you think in the chat. Fast approaching that first half whistle as Dels leading this second leg by a goal to nil, but on the aggregate scoreline is still Kboi up by 3-2. Wan-Bissaka, big switch will find Alphonso Davies. And look, everything has gone through the left-hand side for Dels, and it could open some space again. Oh. The comeback scenarios have looked very, very good for Play Province's athlete. Every single time he's gone down that left-hand side, whether it's with Ginola, whether it's with Alphonso Davies, he's always had good results come out of that. And you'd expect that throughout the rest of the game, he'd go through down that side and really cause Kboi some problems. And Kboi has to watch out for that left-hand side. Kboi, we know how he does when the halves are coming to an end. He has certainly showed us that he can end the house pretty highly. Will he do that again? Will that be the scenario again for him? You go down the byline with Mbappe. Closely contested. Remember that after this game, we'll certainly bring you that Montana versus Mbappe game. We'll have Weissmas waiting in the wings for the winner of this one. And Ronaldo will have it rubbed off his toes by Jude Bellingham. Frimpong into Zidane. Kboi together cushion before this one closes. Peter Cech just couldn't get the second rebound. And Kboi with another huge goal in the fixture. That celebration sums it all up. He's in a resting place now, Kboi. This is a goal that can calm his nerves. I said earlier that he was the last hope for after six in the tournament. And with all of the pressure mounted on him, he's been able to deal with it at the very highest level. And he's producing so well. First half comes to an end. It's level 1-1. And on the aggregate scoreline, Kboi restores that 2-goal cushion. Dels has the second 45 in-game minutes to convince us if he's worthy of facing Weissmans in the next round. Or will we see the after six esports man ride the wave and continue in the same fashion second half upon us? Well. What a game we've got on our hands. What a tie we've got on our hands. And for all of you who didn't have Kboi at the start of the tournament as a favorite going in, well, you have to take back your words now and take back all of your predictions. And I know some of your favorites have already been eliminated. The likes of what Prince Jonas out, Wonder Kid out, Guy Kboi out, Big Ups out. Like so many of the top athletes are out that you kind of feel like at this point, the best player is going to can maybe come from someone that people didn't expect. And if it does end up being Kboi going all the way, it will be a very huge surprise to some people. And I might just put myself in that bracket because going into it, like the talent that After Six Esports has, he kind of feels like he's not up there with the rest. But look, the display that we've seen right here, yeah, he's changed my mind. He's changed the narrative because After Six, I've got players like Parker. He's won tournaments this year. Players like Big Ups. He's played well this year. They've got players like Amu. They've played so well this year. They've got players like Padia, who's possibly the best from Kumasi, possibly one of the best in 24. But what Kboi has shown us here today tells us that After Six Esports have got depth, and they're really using that depth to perfection as Kboi holding on to the lead now. Zidane will find Mbappe. Kboi holding on to it very well. I like how the possession is faring for him so far, and he's holding the ball in areas that are just not dangerous to him. He's now making those chase after it. That's the perfect way to do it if you are up in a game like this. Just make your opponent chase for it, make them frustrated. And you can see with the way Dels is losing it, you kind of feel like, yeah, the frustrations are getting to the play province man quickly. We are down to the last 30 minutes of the game. Hold it for Haaland. In the second half, Kboi has had like 80% of possession so far. Time management at its very best. De Bruyne up for Dels. He's got to find a way to make good use of his attacks because they are coming very few now. He's not getting the chances that he wants to. So the very few that he's getting, he's got to make them count. Rawful. Renard and Lucy at the back for Kboi have looked superb. And maybe they are not the ideal centre back partnership for a lot of people, but that's why I say tournaments like this, especially in Ultimate Team, gives you gems, hidden gems. Look, I know they're not hidden gems, they're expensive and all that, but like these are two defenders that I don't see a lot of players use. And certainly Kboi deserves his flowers for how he's picked his team. Another player who deserves flowers for a team that a lot of people were surprised by is Parker of After 60 Sports. Maybe it's a thing with After 60 Sports and using surprise players, but kudos to them. They really know how to make those players useful in games. Rawful for Mbappe. Kboi on the attack again. Look, Dels being the one that is down by 2 goals to nil, it's kind of shocking that we haven't seen too many attacking scenarios from him. And that's kudos and huge credit to Kboi. He's quieted the play province man down. He shattered all of those rumors. And look, he's really played very well in this game. De Bruyne for Dels. He's in a position where everything has got to be perfect for him now. We're down to the last 15 minutes. If Kboi can get another one to go in, certainly he'll seal the victory. He comes up again with Rawful. Back post cross comes in. Rio Ferdinand is there to clear his lines for Dels. Bellingham into De Bruyne. trying to get Erling Haaland on the run. But those just look when you're playing FC24 and you are struggling to even get like simple passes in, then that's where you just have to give a strong applause to your opponent. And look, at this point, everybody watching has to just applaud what Kboi has done. He suffocated the spaces. Like immediately Dels has the ball and he has spaces. Kboi has closed them down very, very well. Dels with another crunching tackle to go in there. And with just 10 minutes to go, things are not looking good for the play province man at all. He's at the edge of that exit door in this tournament. That would have been the greatest icing on the cake if that had gone in from Kboi. Slight deflection to take it away, but Kboi was another corner. He's held the lead for so long. I can't even fathom him losing it out in these final 8 minutes. Mbappe with a cross in the head, almost beat Peter Cech goal. Another superb save from the goalkeeper. Does Dels have the clarity? You try to find Erling Haaland. The defense is there time and time again, as they've been the whole of the game. Lucio, hold on to it. 4K boy. Zidane with the last 5 minutes to go, and look at where he's taking the ball to. This is how the pros should be playing. You're up by 2, no need to rush attacks, no need to give clumsy passes. Just go into space where you know that you can hold on to it and kill off the game, and he's done that down to a T. Look, the GGs have already started coming in the chat. Junior GH says GGs because you kind of feel like it is all over. King Musi says, I read. That is how you should be playing. Dels, maybe one last opportunity before the game comes to a close. The Norwegian going down that byline, ball scoop into space, goalkeeper with a save of the game. And I'm sure that will be that with just stopping time to go. After 6 months, what a performance. What a statement performance. And I'm sure Weissmans is watching closely. He's watching closely and going like, wow. Well, there is it. The final whistle finally has come. Kboi will possibly his biggest win of the tournament, or maybe there's more to come, but so far, what a win it has been for the After 6 man. What a way to announce yourself onto the live broadcast. This is actually his first time on the main broadcast. And look, the kind of performance he's put in is one for the ages coming into this game. Dels look like the favorite. He had already beat the likes of Guy Kboi, Wonder Kid, and all of the players that he had beat were very, very good players. But Kboi coming into this game as the underdog has given us a tournament that we certainly won't forget. Let me get into the comments a bit before we go for the break and get the other games going. Zena says Kboi be a red. Jonah says Guy Kboi style. Hey. Brian says Del Sampa. Zena says Master Sleep. Almost says GG's. Like his teammates appreciates what Kboi has put in, the effort he's put in. And he certainly deserves his spot in the next round. What a tournament run it has been for Kboi, and it will not end here. You face Weissmans in the next round. We'll have to wave goodbye to Play Provinces Dels. We'll see what comes up next. Don't go anywhere, guys. More of our After 6 Ultimate Elite tournament coming up on your screens. Don't touch that.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters, let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters.
All right, guys, welcome back from that excellent game. Look, Kboi certainly has laid down the marker. He's now booked the spot in that next round against Wise Mars, and the game is about to begin shortly. Kindly bear with us for all of the time. Look, right now, the problem, if you guys know by now how this tournament has gone, it's usually the problem if the players, and sometimes it's not just the players' fault, internet connection issues. At this point, somebody saying Tigo no they connect, MTN no they connect, the servers they mess up and things. So that's why the delay is there. But we'll get the game on today. I just wanted to take you guys through how the games have gone, how the whole tournament has gone today. So if you were not following, if you don't have the link of how the tournament structure has been, this is how the tournament has actually gone, and you kind of feel like it's going by pretty quickly. But sometimes that's where you have the best of the best players go at it. Like we summoned the best 32 players this year when it comes to Ultimate Team. Everybody was there. Everybody that you can think of, whether it was male, female, they were all there. And that's the structure. We started with Choice Parker, which was on stream, and it was interesting to watch. At a point, we had Kalu and Mbappe starting off. Look, Mbappe narrowly shaving to that 154, but it certainly proved to be the one that will propel him to go deeper in the tournament. Now Mbappe finds himself in right here, where my Keza is in that winners bracket final, facing his teammate Montana. So that's how things are looking like with consents to the bracket. Now let's get to how the loser bracket things are looking like, where Fordels, he now exits the tournament after losing out to Kboi in that loser bracket round 6. And now Kboi is in loser bracket round 7, facing Wisemans. That scoreline hasn't updated, but Wisemans did beat big ups earlier on. So Wisemans is in loser bracket round 7. He'll take on Kboi later today. We're waiting for that Kboi versus Wisemans game on Montana versus Mbappe, and then we can have everything go. But some of the scorelines here are outrageous. Like, you see some of these score lines and go like, wow. Especially Montana. Let's go through how the comeback man is looking. So in a semi-final winner bracket game, in his quarterfinal winner bracket game, he faced Kboi and the score was 12-4. Like the comeback man, if he beats you so convincingly. I think it's only one game that we've seen him really topple with his opponents, and I think that was against Wonder Kid. We'll get there, but look at this game. Kboi, who we just saw do justice to Pretty Boy Dels, was beaten by Montana 12-4. Well, There might be just levels to this, but usually in tournaments, anything can certainly happen. And look at this scoreline as well. Montana beating Weissmars 10-0. 10-0. Like it's crazy considering how good Weissmars is, and Montana beating him 8-0. Well, that's the tough game I was speaking of. Wonder Kid versus Montana. That was the only game that looked like Montana was anywhere near close to losing. And they went to penalties. Montana winning on penalties 5-4. But that was such an enjoyable game to watch. His first game against La Vista on the main broadcast, he also won 60. So it's been one heck of a tournament for Montana. It's been an interesting one for Weissmars as well in his game against Cubs. Well, Cubs did flout the rules and he was forfeited. He was disqualified for that one. So sorry, Cubs, but we have to follow the rules for this tournament. And Weissmars got the win there. He also beat Gabby earlier 8-5. We follow Weissmars' journey, in which he also beat Faculty 80. So it's been a good one for the Roots Sportsman. Can he continue? Is the big question now. I'll take another quick breather. Well, when I'm back, we'll get into it. Hopefully, the guys are ready, and then we can get into the games for loser bracket round 7 and winners bracket final matchup.
Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters, let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Let's go crazy.
My people, Charlie, today the massive apologies. Like from the start, there was delay. Till now, there's delay, and I kind of have explained it already. But like, let me get into it a bit before I introduce my guest. I know you guys can see him. He's coming off the back of like one one interesting loss. We'll have a conversation about that. But immediately after that Kboi and Dell's game, we're supposed to move on to Wiseman versus Kboi. But at this point, Kboi is unavailable. He says he'll be back soon. That's why we don't want to end things because he'll be here. And then we're like, okay, then let's have Montana versus Mbappe. Montana's internet is totally off right now. Like, I don't know what's happening with the EA service over where he's staying, but he just can't connect. And that is why there is this big delay. But I'm very, very hopeful that we'll get those games done today, and hopefully we can finish everything right here today. But for the guy you can see on my screen, he's been part of the production for this tournament already. He's played, he's casted, he's literally done everything in this tournament. But this is where we'll say goodbye to him for the playing side. Now he joined me permanently. Dels, welcome back to the casting side of things. Charlie, how you feel? Like, how's the feeling like after losing?
It's just a sore feeling, you know. I just feel crestfallen at the moment. I felt like I could do better. Yeah, in some aspects. Sorry. Sometimes it makes you feel like the work you put in has been, futile, but it do be like that sometimes. So.
That is statement really cute. It do be like that.
Yeah, it do be like that
But
sometimes.
but wait. To be honest, dude, like the first leg, like was the worst I've seen you play this year.
Yeah, bro.
You couldn't do anything, couldn't even hold the ball, like giving silly passes. And there was a spell like that when you played with, I think, Parker
Yeah.
in the second leg when you were leading, especially that first half of the second leg.
Yeah.
It was like he couldn't hold on to the ball, giving away cheaply. What sometimes causes that?
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know whether it's the nerve settling in. And when it's the nerves, yeah, I try to calm myself down as much as possible, but you could see my the nerve still gets the best of me, and I think it's something it happens to everyone, but it depends on how you work on it, and that makes a true champion. So I think for me to be a champ, I have to work on it, go back to the drawing board, work on my emotions, work on how I control my game, and I think when I do that, I'll be the best version of myself.
Certainly, but all things being equal, kudos to Kboi. He certainly made the game
kudos to him.
like so difficult for Dels. If you were watching, if you didn't catch it, you can rewind and go and see how things happen.
See, he had a plan, and he was the best man today. All props to him. GG's to him. Controlling the. I don't want to. People will say he was ratting. You kind of, but like you have to just.
It's part of the game. Like I don't understand the ratting thing. It's a tournament. He's doing everything.
He knows why he did that. He has a plan, and he knows I'm one of the best attackers in Ghana here. So he had to just change the pace of the game, defend well, and he worked really, really well with that, and that was beautiful. I was just giving his props, man.
Interesting. Kboi now be facing Wiseman. Another one of those best attackers. Will he be able to put up a defensive sequence again? Now I'm about to put you in a tough spot, and I don't want any simple answer. I don't want an answer that will look like it has been rehearsed. An answer that wants to pay respects to people. This tournament, you face some of the best players around. You've already played Kboi. You've played Kboi. You've played Wonder Kid. I'm sure there are other opponents that I can't recall at this point. But who would you say, Parker, certainly, who would you say was your most difficult opponent or the toughest game?
Wonder Kid.
Wonder Kid. Why Wonder Kid?
Bro, the guy's control of the game was absolutely crazy. He's just like Montana. Your eyes have to be everywhere. The least mistake you do, you pounce on it. I'm not trying to disrespect the rest. They were also very, very good. I mean, we got Kboi being a legend. Of course, his game will be crazy as well. But personally, I felt like Kid had one of the most. My game with Kid was crazy, man. The guy was controlling the game throughout. I had to just open every senses I had, just to, control the game. Come on, if you could watch the match, all my second goals I scored, they were all, I think it's 8 minutes. That could show how crazy he was controlling the whole game, and my attack had to be sharp. And when it comes to that, I'm creme de la creme. So I just did my best, then I pulled out victorious.
For
But
the,
GG's to him as well.
for the guys in the chat who just joined, they are wondering why Dels's voice is so calm. And as compared to the last time, he's not as energetic. He was just on the losing end against Kboi. So please bear with him. It's a sorrowful podcast this time around.
Yeah. But I'm not going to pick any, bad stones from this time. I feel like I've disappointed my teammates, my boss. But in the positive way also, I think I've done really well meeting killers upon killers and beating two legends of the game. It's crazy, man. I don't think anyone has done that. If you have, props to you as well. But I think those are the positive I'll take from my training.
What made it
I'm
even
back.
what made it even crazier was immediately beat a guy called because next game was against one that kid. So like
Yeah.
having to beat them back to back was crazy. But now he exited the tournament. Kboi, Wise Mask, Montana, Mbappe. Good luck to you guys. We are hoping that we can get to see the action right here today. But you now crashing out of this tournament in we can call it a quarterfinal stage or maybe around the 16 stage.
Top five in the 10.
Possibly like top 6. Let's brand it as top 6 for now.
Yeah.
Would you call this season a success? Because this feels like the end. This feels like the closing stages. The whole of the season from the start of the game.
Even before this turning, I feel like I was non-existent in the esports scene because I had things to do. My boss understood the assignment as well, so I think I didn't do anything this year. So I just put my all in this turning, meeting top 32 players in Ghana, and I was able to, pull through and come out top 6. I think that should be a statement, that even if I'm able to put that small amount of work, I could do that. And next year it's gonna be fire for fire, cause I'll bust my ass just to be the best. Yeah.
Charlie, for my people in the chat, if you've got a question for Dels, you can put it in the chat. This one, we can't have the full conversation. It's like we're on the VGA Sports Show. We are having the talk of the talk, and we are seeing everything that went down with the After 6 Ultimate Hub Elite tournament. We are still not done yet. We are left with about 3 or 4 games to go. That's if the winner can reset the brackets, possibly against Montana or Mbappe if they do win their game. This one is brought to you by After 6 Esports Ultimate Hub. We've got Ultimate Battle Esports Association Ghana, the VGA Esports Show Ultimate Hub, and Canvic Records Esports. Let me get into it now. It says, hey, big ups. It says, yo, if you take too much, you go cry. I'm like,
no, I won't cry, man. I just the full normal. It happens. It happens. Yeah. Yeah. So, props to him.
I'm like, Del say you know go cry. If you got any special question for Dels, you can get them
I
in
don't
before
cry.
we go.
With the devil, I don't cry, man, Charlie. It did happen, Charlie. What I would talk to bro? I know people talk say, oh, I for win this match, blah blah blah, man. That's why they're all predictions. You understand?
See in teammates, Cobbs say sorry, don't cry. As for Cobbs, he's one of the players in this tournament that I'm certain that he will be disappointed in himself first of all because he wasn't actually eliminated in a way that he say, okay, this player beats me. He eliminated himself by not following the rules, and a whole lot that we can have a conversation about another time. But for Cobbs, I'm sure the main lesson for him is following tournament rules and hopefully reading the rules as well. Hopefully the next tournament that will come up. Cobbs, he said, Master Wise up, we beg you to wise up for we with the reading of the rules. We beg you about there's now. If once the tournament comes to an end, then we usher out the 24 season. 25 is like we are weeks away from the game actually starting, and we've heard that after 2 to 3 weeks the ladder will open. You have to get to Division 3. Have you made any preparation towards getting to that end? Because last season you were there, but in the ladder, Charlie, we will not sit up. Will we see changes, and what kind of preparations have you made towards we seeing those changes in your game? And then maybe later I'll speak about the rest of the Ghanaian esports players.
Yeah, started last year, where 2 weeks after the game was launched or came into was launched. Yeah, everyone started playing, preparing for the Pro Open. It was a difficult task. People had network issues and all that. So I feel like right now we have a little bit of experience as to champion this coming tournament. So yes, we just put in the work and lock in and make sure we
The way they talk this and lock him into challenge him, no, the inside. Hey,
No. Anytime someone is in the scam state, that's when you have to fear the person. Yeah, because I have a lot in my mind that I'm not.
serious count states. This one is.
Yeah,
But June Civic, I ask you, who do you think will win the tournament?
Respectfully, I'll give it to my boy Montana.
Wow. Is he just better than everybody else right now?
I don't put skill gap there. It's his consistency, and Charlie, if you put in the work there, man, law of attraction. Law of nature,
law of karma. This time, karma is working in a good way, not always the bad way. He's putting the work, and now the work is paying off. Clearly,
it's paying off.
I went through some of the score lines that I was putting up. He beat Wiseman's 9-0. They say no be 10.
Wiseman, they mentioned this.
He did that. I saw the one who actually dropped Kboi to the loser bracket for him to go and beat Dels. It was Montana beating him 12-4. The closest he came to actually being going out of the tournament was with Wonder Kid. They ended 5-4. At least I beat him 60. So when Dels speaks of Montana like that and it tips him to win, there's no surprise at all. Mira Devil says he's like that because he thought it would be a win for him. Interesting.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. So maybe that if you can rephrase and then come back, we'll see how best you can go about it.
I think a long time which I let me man see people just be fast was at the first.
There's no be pension.
Hey Charlie.
Yeah,
Montana, man, seeing this guy from the first time I met him to when he's got into, bro, that sudden bloom, crazy, man. And it's something I was expecting, so yeah, he's putting the work. Bro, he's been grinding, bro. Sometimes I can hop on at odd hours and I'll see that he's still, online. See, so he's the one I'm tipping to win the 10.
Interesting. For the guys in the chat, you can let me know who you think who you think will actually go all the way and win this one. I know Montana is a heavy favorite, but look, I want to go for someone that possibly a lot of people also said maybe him to win, but I think the momentum that he's on, Mbappe, if he's able to stay in that winners bracket, actually beat Montana, I think he'll go all the way to win.
He's one of the guys you shouldn't sleep on because, bro, this year he's been on a dormant form, so you won't think he's there. But bro, when you catch you for lobby, say
you go chop.
Yeah, so he's someone you shouldn't. He's the second person I'm also tipping, Yeah, but I think he's really, really good at. I run practice games with him as well, man. He's crazy, man.
Hey, big ass if I'm not reading comments, I go see trouble. Big ass, Charlie, thanks for all the support. We also know this tournament didn't go well for you. Now let's get to this. I made a top 10 list, I think, was it 2 years ago? I was in FIFA 22 at the time. I had a top 10 list. 23, I couldn't compile that list due to some reasons, but I'm announcing here that I'll compile the list for 24, and I've been watching closely, and it's been tough placing this player here. In fact, even putting Wonder Kid in the list right now is difficult because he played eFootball this year. He played NBA 2K this year. So let me make Dels help me a bit. If you had to randomly, not put them in positions, randomly name the best 10 players this year off your mind right now, who do you think is going to be? And for the guys in the chat, big ups, me, the devil, everybody who's watching us, let me know who are the best players this year, the best 10 players. Not according to any order, just the best 10 players, so I can put them in my order. And then when I release them on my channel, we can all go and judge. Dels, let's go. Who makes your list? Who are names that you can't do anything to remove them out? Because usually I list 15 players, 20 players, and then now I'll start giving the reasons why this guy shouldn't be here, why this guy shouldn't be here. Who are the must-haves? Must-haves? I know 3 offhand. I'm speaking about the whole of the 24 season because that is what the list will be based on.
So I'll put in Montana, of course.
Montana is a must-have. Okay, take
Montana. And then I can't Kboi choice.
Choice by that must-have. He was also one of my must-haves this year. He's been superb.
Yeah, he's been crazy. I'll tip this guy Parker.
Parker's a must-have this year.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You have to give me his props because this year was crazy and he was as dominant during the early years of the game.
Yeah,
like
that first tournament, yeah,
exactly,
EDM, yeah.
props. And it's not like he's down. Like when he goes to a tourney, he's top 5.
Yeah, and I think Coca-Cola he also followed it up with the
Yes,
win. And
yeah, so-
other tournament he plays side. Me the Devil says at the start of the game, Cubs first 20-0 in champs and multiple more followed. Certainly, Cubs is one for the conversation as well. Like constantly making that 20-0. That first tournament, which he did remind me, was it Accra Esports Week where he got the win. So certainly, I think there was a tournament over the weekend as well. He got to the final. So Cubs is also in that conversation as well.
Yeah, Cubs.
Do you think you qualified to be top 10 this year?
Yeah, Cubs.
No, yourself. Do you think you qualify?
Me.
Yeah.
To be honest, relax. To be honest, yes. I feel like I should.
You qualify.
Yes.
Why do you think you qualify? Because usually, if I'm ranking those players, I put tournament winnings first, and then placement in tournaments. This year, if I can recall and put my hand on the table and say you didn't win any tournament this year, that's being true for being honest. Okay, what was your highest placement in tournaments this year?
I think third.
Third. What tournament was that?
That Hits FM tournament.
Okay, Hits FM was a big one. Usually rep your desi. The ones that actually come up every year, we can respect that and say, okay, that was a huge one. So you certainly think you deserve. Now let me go to your mate, Prince Jonas. In FIFA 22, I had him as one of the best up and coming. This year it's kind of been a disappointment for me. Do you feel like he deserves to be top 10 this year?
My books.
Yeah, your opinion. Everything is opinionated, please. So you can leave your opinion to the task, or I'll read them out and we'll debate about them. So when I put a top 10 list out and I rank them, it is my opinion. So that's why I'm asking them also. So like, see what he thinks about it. Jonas, do you think he gets in?
Me personally, I know what I'm like. I know what I've been seeing. So if he was to be consistent in this year's thing, I think he'll win. He'll win a lot. Like I'm sure, like to third or.
I think his also best position was at the same rep this.
Yeah, he was fourth.
Fourth, certainly. And look, you see, ranking the Ghanaian players sometimes is difficult because if you take this year like this, there wasn't too much of a tournament where the players kind of set like they take notice. Usually the offline bet sentence where that one we know it's not on stream, it's not a LAN tournament that everybody's watching, so we don't have the data to say okay this guy won this guy beat this guy beat this. So if you are using that, we can't rank the players, and I'm using like the system where what we saw, your achievements and everything. So Prince Jonas is a doubt to get in. Guy Kboi certainly is like a must have this year.
Yeah, Guy Kboi, have to put him there. Me, I always put Kid for inside. Yeah.
Wonder Kid this year. Wow, I was thinking of leaving him out, to be honest with you.
No. Me, you know how they do them. How do they rank like in terms of champs? Some killers they look never like Kid if somebody way.
I understand, but if you look at what Kid has done throughout the calendar year,
if Kid was like Kid they play, but if you talk to like you enter tournaments, he go win. I don't go like.
Yeah, but this year, Coca-Cola he was third. After that, I don't remember him playing in so many FC tournaments. That's the thing. So ranking him, it kind of feels like a disrespect to the others that you leave out. You know, another must have that you missed out that you haven't mentioned. That a lot of people don't mention. La Vista.
Yeah, La Vista.
Almost every tournament the guy performs. So it's only this one that I don't know what happened to him, but like maybe it's Ultimate Team and he's not too familiar with Ultimate Team, but like he's always there. Let me get into the comments a bit. Can make record says
I have to tip Sean as well.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Sean, Mbappe, and Mayweather. Now let's start with Sean. You know why it's difficult getting Sean into like even if he makes the top 10, you know why it's difficult ranking him high? Because see the start of the year with that tournament by Ultimate Battle and Team Music. He went on to win and it was a big one. But then since then, we haven't heard too much of Sean, maybe because of school.
I was awake
and everything.
Like during my internship. I go there, you know. You see, somebody win tournament. Who is that? Sean.
I think he had performed on an online tournament before that tournament. So yeah.
Give analysis.
It was a pretty good one. Kami says Mbappe should be in there as well. Mbappe, he's another huge dilemma for me because this year, if I'm to recollect, Mbappe hasn't won any major trophies. He plays high tournaments and like it's 50-50 with him as well. Except finally Mayweather. Now look, if I had made a list for 23, Mayweather would have been in. 24, it's a mixed bag because 24. Mayweather they travel outside of Ghana for Of course, Gamer X, he went to top 8, he finished top 8, and that's a huge achievement for
Man, that
Mayweather.
guy whooped my ass, man.
But after that, like, are there other things that we can attribute Mayweather's names to and say, okay, yeah, Mayweather won this? So that's how difficult it is ranking them. Alpha Qual says Sly, Charlie, thanks for the big ups. Mina Devil says Kalu should be there, second in team music tournament. Now, Kalu, another player that had a mixed bag this year. He's similar to Sean because in that team music, Sean was actually the one who beat him in the final. And now since then, Kalu, I don't want to say nowhere to be found, but he's been playing the tournament. He hasn't been performing to the levels that he has been getting to. Now, Kalu is one of those players that personally, if it comes playing wise, I'm disappointed slightly. Because when I came into the scene, there was Wonder Kid, there was Kboi, there was Suli. And at that time, when you're looking at the next people up, like those who are showing strong potential, I was even part of that conversation, but right now, I ran away can't cast, so you probably Jamie. Kalu was the next guy up. Like, he was the one that I saw that was so I was expecting that after Wonder Kid and Kboi's dominance, it was going to be Kalu, but we are seeing Wise Mars, Montana, and everything. So for me personally, he didn't perform to the levels that he got to. So for Kalu, it will be difficult ranking him, but we'll certainly find a way.
To be honest, there are crazy players in the scene, man. Like a lot of crazy players. You didn't even mention Wise Mars.
Let's look at that one as well. Wise Mars.
Yeah.
Interesting year for him as well. Like,
and low-key, you pull, yeah, the way you guys sleep on this guy, it hurts me a lot because he's actually him. Faculty, man.
Now another player that also deserves a lot of recognition. Like, he's fighting to be in that top 10 and really putting a lot of respect on his name
and
now.
one thing I like about him, he's nonchalant. So even if you don't mention his name, it doesn't affect his performance.
Yeah. Certainly.
So he knows he's that guy. He doesn't care.
And now another player that when I mentioned it to someone that he has to be top 10 this year, he was like, he hasn't won any tournament. He hasn't proven on the big stage. It's Padia. Should he be in?
I mean, low-key,
guys in the chat, should Padia be considered a top 10 player this year? When VJ made that 3 CD, 2 CD, 1 CD list, people were complaining why is Padia in? He just came to the scene, he hasn't proven it. Guys, let me know, should Padia be considered a top 10 player?
The players where they tell them do something, he hold power plus them, then they go fit talk say Padia is that guy. But even though one power plus sound there, he go fit talk say.
I see Padia's the concept of adding Padia, it takes me back to what I said earlier. He hasn't played too many of the big tournaments this year. And where his credentials are showing is the offline bets. And myself, I haven't seen him there when he's playing. But you come and you hear stories. They also come and tell Charlie Padia lash everybody for day. You hear from big ups who come and tell you Padia lash everybody for day. Certainly. So when you hear the stories, you go and be like, hey. But when the tournament comes, he doesn't perform to the levels that we expect. Like the crossover tournament like this, I was expecting Padia to really make some noise. Even though it was on Xbox, which isn't his territory, like his ideal territory, I was expecting him to do better this tournament as well. Like the best of the 32 players. You should prove why you're one of the best. But I think it can be confirmed that he's the best from Kumasi. Now another Kumasi player, Mulish. Does he also deserve to be in that conversation as well?
That's what I'm saying. Like there are a lot of crazy players in the scene of late, man. Like crazy. Mulish is one hell of a good player. Like, bro, there are lots. I don't even this guy stop playing Lawrence.
Yeah, at a point. We know they hear from him again. So you see how difficult it is making the top 10. So I beg if I put a list out where your name not the inside, where somebody they won't make it the inside, not the inside. No blame them. The job hard.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
The job hard.
Top 10 in your part. But you personally, you know, say
you be top. This is where I'll go back. I'll reference you guys at the time I made the list, and that Mbappe at the time, I took him off that list. He wasn't top 10, and he was like, why did I take him off? Like, why wasn't he in there? He was the only guy that was out there actually questioning me. I was like, the next time when I do the list, he'll be in it. And unfortunately for him, 23, I couldn't do the list, but 23 was one of his best years. I think he had moved to Cambridge fresh and he was performing. So if I had made that list, you had certainly gotten him. But this year, I don't know. The list will come out. You guys will see it. So that's how it's all going down. The players have performed this year, and you can't blame them too much. The tournament's no playing. Because I can't recall too many tournaments that had everybody
That's
play.
why I think the offline tournaments they weren't that much, but with start of the online, I think it was very, very it was enough. It was a lot. But you see, the funny thing is with the online tennis, you barely hear of them. You get it, but the offline ones are the ones you normally hear. You get it. This tennis is only online tournament.
That like it's really making it. But this one I like to give a huge shout out to Plus Legends. Like these guys, they've kept it vibrant, and I know in some people's heads, there's someone who I don't know is watching live. I don't want to mention it in his head. Plus Legends tournament is for people they shine, but I want to clear that narrative today. It's a difficult tournament to win. That's why for the very first time when I was there and I saw Weissmans had won so many trophies, that's why I thought that Weissmans he get and follow with the squad the boys. But when I met him in that tournament, I was like, wow. Like you being consistent, you being consistent, you building that consistency through the Plus Legends tournament is crazy. So shout out to all of the organizers of Plus Legends. Hopefully Ultimate Battle and them are able to collaborate, or maybe even after 6 we'll collaborate on something like an online tournament, and then of course we'll give you all the mileage and enjoy everything that they've got for us. So winning online tournament is certainly a good one. Montana this year had already won a tournament organized by After 6. So
Plus Legends.
So right now I think the must-haves, the people who you know go feed talk say make them cheat them, like the people who like anything they have to be in it is number one is Montana, Choice by that guy Kboi is a must have. Parker is he like can you build a case for Parker not to be in it? No. So Parker is a must have. It's La Vista a must have. Like must he be in it? Like by hook or crook.
How many tennis has he been to this?
That's the thing. La Vista went to the final where Kyron beat him in that final. That Coca-Cola, he was in the final against Parker. And the tournament, the league tournament by at West Small, he actually went and won everything. So if you sum that up and compare it to Parker, who had also won 2 tournaments, it's literally like the same thing. He performed. So he's also like a must-have.
But you know, let me let's go outside the box a little bit. Do you know how some people also rank their top 10?
How?
They let the best of the best meet themselves. Like
in this tournament.
Something like this. And they just rank because you could use I think the tournament Kennedy won.
Chosen,
yes.
Yeah, as for choosing, it was one of the best offline events. Like it had everybody.
Everyone was there. I think
it's similar to this one. Like everybody played in this one. Let me get into the comments a bit. Alpha Call said Sly stopped there at the big. At the big. A few years back, maybe I was top 10, which some people doubt. Maybe I will give people my history one day. But a few years back, I was top 10. Zena says yes, La Vista for the inside. Yeah, me I had vouch for him. Like, so right now I've got Montana must have, La Vista must have, Choice Brother must have. We've got Guy Kboi must have, Parker must have. That makes it 6. 6 people to be must haves. Now, these people have to battle for the last 4 places. Dels, Jonas, Begafs, Mulish, Padia, Mbappe. Like, you see, like, the list goes on. Weissmans. The list goes on and on and on.
Kid.
One kid. Like, Funny Tube says, make you not forget my boy Mulish. Mulish also in that conversation. Faculty. Like, all of the good Mayweather, all of the good players, Sean.
See that?
So when I read the list and some names, Cobbs here sell out very big. Cobbs is a winner of a tournament in a tournament this year, and not many people won tournament this year. So if Cobbs has won a tournament, and he was making rank 1 constantly, like the start of this season, where not a lot of people were making at the start, he also built a case.
When you compare ourselves to Nigeria, like if then you mention top 5, it will be easy to give them, but we want to own. Everybody be competitive.
Certainly.
Like this tournament like this, everybody be. But me, to be honest, for Nigeria, the only people I know will be Killer Fred and Farouk. I know
Adefola. Each of them boys.
Yeah, you see, Mitch. Yeah, Chooks, Baji. Yeah, there are a few, but you don't know. I don't know if them are seen as competitive as ours. You get it. We have crazy players, man.
Like the players are so many, and for now I'm on the spot, so I can't even remember everybody's name. So if I left out your name, can you bear with me? But like if I start listing them, like actually writing them down,
Man, don't forget Mbappe them big house no.
You see,
The faculty.
you see, and for them, some of them building the case is hard.
Hey, is there a top 10 managers?
Hey,
Charlie.
Charlie, not the manager.
Jonas.
Prince Jonas.
Jonas is there. Charlie,
Like,
manager.
you see, getting those guys in the conversation is tough.
I'll make put Karen for inside.
You see, Cameron right on there, he make one hit wonder. So if he's able to back it up,
Consistent,
yeah.
This one he was SFM was top 5.
Yeah. Cameron was top 5 hit FM, and they actually won that KD Sports qualifiers. It's so crazy. Then I say Mbappe say he can't win this tournament. Look, if Mbappe wins this tournament, it automatically takes him to a must-have. Because this tournament, you can argue that it's the most competitive. Yeah. Like, so if Mbappe becomes a must-have, then now who? And Padia, people are making conversations for Padia to be in it. Like, this top 10 list is certainly going to be an interesting one.
I could hear cops asking, I could see cops asking whether the ranking is based off offline and online.
Offline and online, everything
Offline and
included.
online.
Everything included. The whole FC24 calendar year, like a review of how everything has gone in. Offline, online.
Hey, Charlie,
Some players are good.
cops, me cry, your father sleep.
Hey, Charlie, Alpha Qua, we beg you. We beg you.
Cops is him, Charlie.
We beg you. This year, Cops perform.
Yeah.
Cops perform. Wow, like.
But I really do hope say Charlie this energy go match on to 25. You understand the way.
But now I want to make mention of some players that like people are sleeping on heavily. Like when I was mentioning names like this, their names didn't come up, but I see the work. I see the work that they are doing. And a few years ago, maybe Faculty was in that bracket, but right now he's elevated himself. Like right now, if you don't put Faculty into those upper echelons, I feel like it's just blatant disrespect. But those who are just tiers above those high level tiers, I see them every time. Daka, like every time you see him now, he's improving. And you kind of feel like if he keeps going at it, yeah, he's going to really give people a run for their money and then really get into those elite tiers. I think another person that comes to mind is Pada. Sometimes, look, Pada is like an on and off switch sometimes. Like in this tournament, Pada can perform so well in the next one. Then,
Is the consistency?
yeah, like there are so many players in that bracket. Somebody say you know mention Katongu. Hey,
Katongo powers, man.
teacher Katongu.
Now that guy I was expecting him to turn up this year, man, because the way he started with Heat, I don't know, man. I'm sure he had other plans, but man, GG's to him, man.
So George say Oasis the Lashmore boys, but he know they play tournament. Hey, you know the Oasis guy?
No, I don't know.
George, I beg the Oasis guy. He get maybe some other than the him way boys know and by way we don't know cause I don't know him.
Mention Zenas too. Zenas too, man.
I beg Zena say the player scout. Zena say
I want maybe he's a little bit lost there, but I have to still give props to Zenas, man. Hosting, scouting crazy players into convict, man.
Yeah, we have to give him major props.
He has the eyes, man.
Crazy. Casey Norbert says, watch out for 25. Try Norbert, if you go make some big splash in 25, I'd really be excited. Really need guys who can give this boy like a lot of competition. Wiseman says, Philemon be Oasis. You know Philemon now?
Oh, Philemon, yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, man, know that guy.
But like, you play him before?
No, I haven't seen him, but I've heard of him before. And yeah, I quite remember we went to a training like this, and I think he scored the Mbappe. Yeah, I know that.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, I remember him because of the way he said you scored Mbappe. He was laughing. He was like, "Nah, I'll score Mbappe," and he actually worked besides. That scene always still rings to my head. He's a cool player, yeah.
Nice. Look, so now we've basically highlighted a lot of the competitive players, but now we get some people we right now then stop the play, then be managers, then sense. They know they play competitively, but like meet them for rivals or champs, they still go show you say yeah. Then to them inside Kizito. Yeah, Kizito not gonna make like he won't make you have it easy.
I can't remember, like, I was done with my internship and I was like, let me hop on the game. After 2 months of not playing the game, I just hop on foot champs. I'll go see Kizito and say, oh, Charlie, and they are for press. Oh, your man, Charlie.
Serious, like
Yeah.
he gives you those vibes of
like if
proper OG guy with Charlie. He know in basics, he know in serious basics. I'm not saying this year I play champs 1 or 2 times. I discipline 1 or 2 boys, but I'm not gonna mention names. 25, I say at the camp, make people watch out.
if you show the short casting or what?
Oh yeah, 25 at the camp.
Eh,
25 at
I
the
said,
camp,
yeah,
serious.
Like I get new job with that too.
Hey, there's a Konka. Charlie, we don't mention Konka.
FIFA for the needy, man.
Hey, you fought for the needy. Oh, fought for the needy. At a few years back, like, hey, then I they fear him because you see, if you hold the controller, it kind of feels like it's like Mbappe in a bit. He's holding it firm, gripping it, so he will score you the demeanor and everything. But maybe the levels have dipped a bit, not what we expected from Konka. Hopefully, it's a good year for 25, and then hopefully we'll get him back to the levels that he can get to.
Then they give people warning when you say FC25, I go big boys rock, make them back this somewhere, man. This what they want safe, Charlie. You say the competitiveness go there, but we already help on our body, Charlie. Say the competitiveness there, body go be sharp. Yeah, so you help you all, man. You help you all,
Oh yeah. If the boys be sharper,
Charlie.
that be where everything will go.
Yeah.
Everything going all smoothly, Charlie. The way things they go, they'll be like the stream for come to an end. Cause I'm not getting positive feedbacks from the guys that are supposed to play. But let's keep it going for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. Now we spoke of competitive players who stop playing, but now I want to get to people who are streaming, are into the content creation space. These guys deserve major props. And the first thing that will come to my head, I don't know if he's watching or maybe it's even online, because every time they stream, body back.
Too many bodies, man. Too many bodies.
When I got to meet you for the first time at the crossover tournament, I was like, Charlie, the guy, he gets, the kind of muscle what it takes stream. Because the number of hours I go on TikTok and see this guy streaming. I beg, if you dare here where you know the follow body back season for TikTok, hop on right now and go follow. I'm like, he really own the streaming space for Ghana, and I'll give him his major props. Gamer girl Nika, the tournament didn't go on well for her, but she's also putting a lot of effort when it comes to streaming. A huge salute. And look, the guys wait and they move to the girls about the esports FC games. I beg, cool them down, because they really they try. Maureen, Gamer girl Nika. Oh, there's one girl from Kboi. If you guys can remind me, hopefully I'll be able to remind myself of her name. But she's also putting in a lot of work. Hopefully they can get to the level that we want them to get to. But Gamer girl Nika is also putting in a lot of work when it comes to streaming. Big ups, I can also give him props because sometimes I also see his stream links out there. And now,
hey, Nana B, man. Nana B.
Nana B on TikTok, I beg, hop on there, make you guys go follow them. Like they put in the work. If you want my streams to be fun, it be interactive, it be enjoyable. So hop on there now. Convict Records Esports. He himself, the Convict man himself, he too they stream one. They understand the content. He be content machine. Go on TikTok, follow him. He doesn't only stream EA Sports FC. Now they know they stream EA Sports FC at all because he knows them go lash him. So he did on Fortnite. So if you're into Fortnite as well, you can get there and then enjoy all of the action from him. Yeah, the streamers are also putting in a lot of work and deserve all of the efforts. We didn't mention a player, so I forget one guy. I call you. Huge shout out. Into they put in the work. Wow, like you watching games and go like, yeah. I can't do deal from I think last year, like then in the pool can give boys. Let me get to the chat. Afakwa says Nana B is the goat. Zena says nowadays you sure they play me. I beg say be scouts. I beg hey, you don't say with the mention self, no mention Oscar Pace.
Oscar, man. Another crazy player.
Serious. Oscar Pace this year, it be like Oscar Pace dog. We hopefully 25 he will come back. But he got into content creation. So you can check out his channel on YouTube as well. I think it's Oscar Pace also. Yeah, on YouTube. He's posted some crazy contents there, and you can learn one or two things from there as well. It says
Oscar was really crazy.
Junior GH also bring up another name. It says Sly. So far, I don't see anyone mention DJ Juvenile. Hey, in me, I call him Hackman, cause the first time I play, he was like the first guys that really gave me like a competitive, serious game. Then the kiddie at the time, and now of course he said he catch it. His breakthrough was the chosen tournament where he surprised everybody But 24, I don't know. DJ Juvenile, he know they participate. And they see him for the tournament too. But he don't really they participate. So
Yeah, but you see, you know they participate, but if they catch you for online,
you see that were the offline bets and things, then the online and the rivals and
don't
things.
sleep on that guy, man.
Yes, and I says King Westbrook. Westbrook and Frames, that duo was mad. FIFA 19, 2021, that duo was mad. Like the guys from Kumasi, they were crazy, and they were doing crazy stuff. I think at the time Joe Cool's from Accra, but, like he was schooling in Kumasi, so it made that Kumasi like their quartet crazy. So it made right now the Accra versus Kumasi battle was mad, and now it's nice that the likes of Mulish, Paddy, Ahmad are living up to the hype and also getting Kumasi to that level. It says where is Ngolo? Hey Charlie. Ngolo. So I think what was that? Was it 21? Yeah, if you don't know who Ngolo is, he beat Prince Jonas in the qualifiers, the Gamer X qualifier, the first ever edition for Gamer X. He was the one that represented Ghana. He actually beat Prince Jonas in that final to go to Nigeria and represent Ghana. So shout out to Ngolo as well. We know CM2 for a round. Of course, says Conrad is sweating. Hey, Charlie, senior man Conrad, that he greets. For those who don't know Conrad, he hasn't played in too many tournaments. That Conrad from Legon, we had the Ultimate Battle had this Legon tournament a few weeks back, and he went to that final with Choice, but unfortunately, the comeback man beat him. But Charlie, Conrad really put up a good performance, and I'm expecting that the teams maybe go gold and try sign Conrad because he'll be very good player, and he could certainly go a long way to boost those teams. Alpha says Conrad is signing for an esports team. Hey, interesting. Interesting exclusives. You know, I make people drop the exclusives for it. Make you not tell anybody. Can't text me for my DM. Make another team. Wow. He did sign for. But yeah, Conrad certainly will go. Hey, I'm a faculty come online. Say pretty boy there scored. Hey. If people know they follow the VGA Sports Show, then I'm sure today you've missed out on the massive news. We haven't had transfer news in a bit, but they dropped a bombshell today. Play Province's faculty has been loaned out to Prime Esports. He has loaned out to Prime Esports. So I think it's a 3-month loan to Prime Esports, and it's massive for faculty because he'll go to Prime. That's what I'm thinking in my head. He'll go to Prime where he's going to do crazy stuff for them, elevate their level. Because I think Prime already has Alpha, it has Pada in that level, so they're able to assemble that squad there for these next 3 months, which will of course enter at 25. Prime should be a deadly team to watch. Zena says Simon O2 day online ish. Now that they mentioned the killers 1-1 they come.
I'm wishing faculty the best, man. New environment, new team. I just want him to show them he has that level still in him. Yes, he should go and shine, man. He should go and shine. But you go miss some do. Who? Faculty.
Oh yeah, 3 months ago it go can't catch ID now. It will can't catch ID now. But Charlie, big shout out to every single one of you that tuned into the stream. Not just today when we started the tournament. All of you guys who have been rocking with After 6 Esports Ultimate Battle. Huge salute to you guys. The work you guys have put in be massive and the support be crazy. We know sometimes we not deliver to the levels that we wanted to deliver, but yeah. It does happen, and we'll try to be better next time. Well, at this juncture, Darling Boy, they asked which match should be next. I'm not going to answer that question because all of the players are complaining. Network issues, they're unavailable. So we'll have to say goodbye for now. The stream for come to an end. Because at this point, we've been waiting, but Charlie, everybody say it not be available. So hopefully, maybe another time we'll have the stream and then see how things go. But the huge salute to everybody who joined the live broadcast. It was a fun time here. Today we have Kboi versus Dels, Kboi advancing, and then we had our mini podcast on this side as well. This one we didn't plan it, it wasn't scripted, but it was a fun one to enjoy. So yeah, next time we'll see you same time here. Yeah, Squadada. The whole of the time we don't mention Squadada. Squadada gamer. Apologies, my brother. Squadada, he has a strong conversation of being in that top 10. It'd be very, very true. Squadada. He was, I think, 23. He also won the team music, the maiden edition. He was actually the maiden edition champion. This year, he hasn't won tournament, but he's also plays high in some of those ones as well. So he's also in that conversation. Certainly. So yeah, that's it from all of us. Thank you, girls, for joining us. Hopefully, next time everything will be as smooth as we can. We'll bring all of the action live to you on After 6 Esports YouTube channel. We'll see you next time. Just bye for now.
Until next time, take care.
You got one last chance to rethink this.
Think of the possibilities.
Surrounded by supporters. Let us begin.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters.